you guys ever feel like your house, your kitchen specifically, just needs a big reset? I know my kitchen, you know, you go through, you clean it, you organize it, everything looks beautiful, and then life happens. Your day-to-day activities, cooking and baking and cleaning and whatever, pretty soon your organization is gone. So one way to take care of that is to get rid of some of your things. Welcome back to Harvest Moon Farm. My name is Mickey, if you are new around here. And today's video is going to be the first in a series of giving my kitchen a reset so that it will work better for me. It will allow me to be more efficient and more effective in my kitchen. So part one is going to be reduce. So we're going to reduce the number of things that I've got in this kitchen, which I have a lot. I'm going to try and whittle this down to the items that I actually use on a regular day-to-day or weekly basis. Now, there are going to be some things that I'm going to keep that I might store someplace else. Extra serving spoons, for example. During the holidays or big family get-togethers, we need those. So I don't want to get rid of them, but I don't necessarily need to store 15 serving spoons in my kitchen because I don't use 15 every week. So we're going to start with that. Actually, the first thing I'm going to start with is this box of things that my dad gave me. So my dad has been cleaning out his house, and most of the stuff that leaves his house ends up in my house. And that's fine. I don't mind going through it. I find some things that are pretty cool. Like I have no idea. Ow. Oh. So the things that I don't want or don't need, like this cake that I have no idea what this is even for. This is going to go in the trash. But things that are usable that I just don't want or I don't have any need for because I already have them or I already have multiple of these items, I'm going to first put in a box for my kids to go through. They will all be here this weekend for my dad's birthday party. So I want to leave some of this stuff out to see if any of them, particularly my youngest daughter who's, you know, just starting out on her own, if there's anything that they might want or that they would be able to use. If not, everything else is going to get donated. But we're going to start with this box and start getting some things cleaned up. So I have a brand new box shredder. Have no need for this one. Some of this stuff brings back memories, but I'm not going to keep it just because of that. Now, typically I can always use cutting boards. So this is going to go in a maybe pile. I do have quite a few cutting boards. I have a lot of cutting boards that disappeared when we moved. I think we just didn't get them. What is this? Oh. Can opener. This I might keep. Some of this stuff I'm just going to go ahead and toss because nobody's going to want it or use it, or it's something that doesn't have all of its pieces. Does anybody know what this is? I'm going to keep this and then ask my dad because I have no idea what this is. Everything else in this box is going in the trash, and then I'll use it to store the things that I'm going to have to let the kids look at. The next thing I want to work on is my utensil drawer that I have over here. I have a bunch of knives. I don't know why that's in there. So I have a bunch of random things in this drawer. And I'm going to try and put like things together so that I can figure out what really needs to stay and what can go. Okay, so I want to give a shout out of thanks to my friend Betsy over at A Flourishing Place. She's part of my inspiration for this whole project that we're going to do here in the kitchen. If you've not seen her channel, you should check it out. She gives lots of great tips on cleaning, declutterizing, oh my goodness, cleaning, decluttering, keeping things organized. She has 2 small kids, so if you've got small kids at home, you know how hard that can be. So she's got some great tips. You should make sure and check out her channel. Okay, so I've pulled everything out of that top drawer. I've put like things with like. I have set this chunk of serving spoons that will get used during the holidays, but I don't need all those in my drawer for my everyday use. So I set those to the side. Now I have no idea where I'm going to put those, so that's going to be another thing. I threw some things in the donate box for the kids to go through, or it'll just go to a donation center. So now I think what I have left, I have a couple things I'm unsure of, but I think what I have left is going to stay in this drawer. So I did go ahead and vacuum this out because I couldn't figure out how to take the drawer out. I don't want to get it out and then I'll be able to put it back in. So I went ahead and vacuumed, or used the vacuum to, you know, suck the crumbs and dust and stuff out of this drawer. So now I'm going to start putting things back. And I think because I have so many knives that I use on a regular basis, I want to put those, rather than have them up here, I'm going to put them in one of the sections that goes this way. And this is a built-in drawer organizer. So I've also got my spatulas, pancake turners, whatever you want to call them. My serving spoon. Okay, now this is where I'm not sure what to do. So I have some random things here. So I have my baking spatulas. I also have some whisks. And I have some of these. So I'm trying to figure out what is the best way to organize this. And do I need all of these whisks in here at one time? So I think I'm just going to keep these 2 regular whisks. I do have some silicone whisks in another drawer, and I might put these with those whisks. I'm going to set them over here to the side for now. So I've got a lettuce knife that I do use, some little wooden tongs for pulling things out of your toaster, and then a pasta strainer thing that you can use right on your pot. I think I'm going to put that. I don't use it very often, but I do use it. And I do use my tongs. I generally just use these, but every once in a while I need all the others as well. Okay, so I think that is good. We're going to call that drawer good for now. We'll see what happens. Ooh, this next drawer is my spices. We're going to skip that for now. Okay, this is the drawer. Oh, you can't see it. This drawer on the bottom, that is my kitchen utensil equivalent of the junk drawer. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull everything out of that and set it on the kitchen counter. And I thought that I was gonna get a whole lot done today, but I don't know if I will. So that actually might need to, okay, before I just start going all crazy. Okay, things that I definitely wanna keep easy access to. Okay, I have a whole bunch of pie servers. Don't need this, don't need this. I do use those. So, I know I said this was going to be a 3-part series, but I don't think I actually told you what my plan was. So, today, well, I'm not going to get this all done one day. This video is, my reduce video. So I've got 3 that I'm planning on doing. Reduce, reorganize, refresh. So in this video, all I'm doing is going through all of my cabinets and just getting rid of things that I don't need, that I don't use, that I have 20 of, and just whittling down to the things that I actually need or actually use. The second video will be some of these cabinets and drawers. I'm going to do some reorganization so that I get my kitchen where it's more user-friendly. It's set up better. It makes things more efficient so that things that I use the most are where they need to be in the kitchen. So that is part 2. And then part 3 is going to be a refresh where I'm going to do some painting and maybe some decorating in here. So for now, I've got to get through this reduce phase. So one thing I want to say about decluttering. So I know that decluttering that's been like a real buzzword lately. People are talking about declutter and minimalism and, you know, living a minimalist life and all of that. And I have absolutely no problem with any of that. But I feel like they've kind of, like you just have polar opposites. You either have minimalists or hoarders, and there's nothing in the middle. And that's not true. So some people might call me a hoarder. My husband would be one of them. But that's not really true either. I do have things that I keep for sentimental reasons, but they're things that it would make me sad to get rid of them. And I don't think that it's such a black and white issue. It's not, you know, you need one of these and one of these and one of these, and if you can use one of those for 2 purposes, you only need one of these and one of these. I don't agree with that. So while I am definitely trying to reduce the number of things that I have, the number of duplicates of things that I have, I'm not going to get rid of everything. You know, I'm not going to say I only need 1 spoon and I only need 1 spatula and I only need 1, I don't know, pie server, because that doesn't fit my life. It doesn't fit my style. So that's just something I wanted to say. I feel like it's gotten kind of crazy. So let's just keep working through this. There are some things that are kind of cool, but I have so many already, I don't need to keep them. So I bought a little, I don't know what they're called, like a little stick grater, I don't know what they're called. And then look, I found these in that bottom drawer hiding. I definitely don't need all of those. This, at one point I had 2 of these. I don't know if oh no, here it is. These I like to use for things like cake or brownies because they're small. It's easy to get them in there. So these might go in that top drawer with the other spatulas. So I've got this little bunny rabbit pancake maker, and I tried to make them for the kids on Easter last year and they just burned. So cute as it is, I'm not keeping it. So that drawer looks a lot better in terms of the number of items that are in it. Now, it is going to get reorganized, most likely. I do have some ideas of kind of how I want to organize things, but... And then my meat thermometer, I think I can go and put in this top drawer. Got a couple of things here that I'm going to put in the drawer. So I've got a meat tenderizer and a blade sharpener. We'll go ahead and put these in here because they don't get used that often and it's not necessary for them to be sitting on the counter. Okay, yikes. So my medicine chest or medicine cabinet, and I'm trying to decide if I really should keep everything in here. I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this out. I'm sure there are things that just need to be thrown away. Alrighty. I have 3 packages of EpiPens in here that are really old. And I know that they're still good for a while, but these expired, in 2017. So I don't think that they are worth anything anymore. So typically this shelf here is where I keep my medications that I take on a regular basis and my little pill separator. Also my glucose meter and supplies. So I try to keep the stuff for the grandkids up here on this top shelf. Alright, this is good until April. This is good until 2025. This is good until 25. Okay, so, and I try to hang on to these children's medicine droppers because you can use them for all kinds of things, not just giving your kids medicine. And because we do still have a 2-year-old, I'm going to go ahead and hang on to those little nose suckers, even though naturally she hates them and I don't blame her. We're going to put the thermometers up here. We've got the old-fashioned under your arm and we've got the forehead one. Okay, I save extra medicine bottles for holding my used diabetes supplies so I don't have needles just in the trash. So, oh, let's see, what's this? Oh shoot, this is a brand new unopened bottle that's expired. Allergy, and then our ibuprofen and our acetaminophen. That's mine. Okay. Oh, no, that's it. Okay. So that looks a lot better. At least all the expired stuff is out of there now. All right, now we're going to take care of this. It desperately needs to be cleaned as well as decluttered. I've got all of these little skillets and I've never used them. This one I bought. These two were my grandma's. And this is where I struggle because this is where I have a hard time letting go of some of these things. I think I'm going to keep this one. These two and this that at some point had a tray and I don't know where it's at. This stuff's going to go. So this needs to be cleaned, but I am not going to clean it today. I'm just going to put stuff back in there. I need to clean my oven, and cannot figure out how to get the self-cleaning feature to work. So that'll have to be another day. Okay, so this cabinet, this is where I keep things like sprays and bigger containers of spices or other mixes. So I have this brown gravy, I have more pepper, which actually could probably fill my pepper container. The good thing is tomorrow's our trash day, so it'll let me get rid of a lot of this. Okay, I do use the brown gravy, I do use the minced onion. I have not used this kosher salt in forever, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't go bad, so I'm going to go ahead and keep that. Some black peppercorns, which a lot of this stuff really should be, okay, I wasn't going to reorganize today. A lot of this stuff should really be with the spices. So that is one of the things that's going to need some big time reorganization. Okay, and then this is where I don't know what to do. So I've got all these little papers, these little paper packets of salt and pepper. And I'm not going to keep them because they're just taking up space. Alrighty, well that cabinet went pretty quickly. These two just have pot holders and towels in them. Yikes. Okay, I'm trying to decide what I want to work on next. Okay, so it's the next day. I spent about an hour and a half doing some decluttering yesterday. When I finished what I had recorded yesterday, I ended up actually kind of cleaning out some stuff in my refrigerator since today was trash day, so I could get it out. So I'm just going to move on to some more areas of my kitchen. So I've got some baskets that I keep in a cabinet over there that I need to go through and see what I want to keep and what I want to give away. I think I'm going to put those extras in there. Alright, so here's another little pan. I wish I could get these to work. Some preservation supplies here. Some of the stuff I'm just not really sure how it should go together. Like these are baking supplies. This is a baking tool. It's baking. I've got a couple of cake pans, which I don't know why they were where they were. But I'm going to just slide these back here and move on to my big messy drawer here. Okay, so this is where I have all of my smaller what are these? Cutting boards. And this drawer has just turned into a huge mess because it's just got a bunch of random stuff in it. Like, I don't even know what this bag is to. So I've got a drawer organizer separator in here, but again, it's one that's only a couple of inches tall. I wonder if I could stack two of them on top of each other, or if that would just make a mess. I'm gonna grab one and try it. And if this doesn't work, then I'll have to just see if I can find some taller drawer organizers. I'm sure they must make them. I just don't know how well this is going to hold up since it's not really designed to be used this way. That makes it almost the right size. Okay. I don't know what that is. So I'm going to get rid of some of these that I don't use. Non-stick baking mats. I forgot I even had those. These were a gift. So I need to get these opened up so that I can try them out. Okay, so these go on your baking sheets so that you keep them clean. So I use these Pyrex measuring cups a lot. I'm trying to decide if they will be more useful standing up or laying down. I've had them laying down. Well, let me look at what else I've got in here first. Pampered Chef, like crinkle cutter, and I do like to use that. And then I have all these other whisks. So maybe those will go in this basket of like spare spoon or spare serving spoons and things like that. So wow, that made a huge difference. So let me show you what that looks like. So there's that one. And then this drawer, this is where I've got my baggies, my parchment paper, and just kind of a bunch of random things. Originally I had this foil in here because I didn't have a place to put it with my other foil, but now I do. So I've got a bunch of reusable baggies. How do I open this? I don't even know where I got these, but these are super cute. So they're just little reusable baggies that are shaped like mason jars. And then I've got some snack size reusable baggies. And I think these are lunch, like a sandwich size. I'm trying to figure out how to get things in here where I can reach everything without my parchment paper being all covered up. But I don't know how to do it. So I guess I can do that. Probably should use those first. They're oldest. I'm going to get those used. And I'm going to put all this stuff in the trash. So, alright, that looks better. Alright, the last thing I'm going to do today before I finish my lunch hour is these things. These need to be washed. Ew, gross trash. Alright, so I've got all kinds of used lids that I want to keep so that I can, you know, use them for non-canning projects. Alright, so this is the stuff that I like to keep right here, readily accessible. So let me think about this. And I really do like to use these plastic reusable jar lids when I'm just sticking things in the refrigerator. I don't even know. And this is a little magnetized list. I'm just going to put them in the junk drawer for now. I know that seems crazy, but don't know what else to do with them. These seem like they are good lids that can be used. So I'm going to put those with my other lids that are available to can with. And then the rest of some of this junk here is going to get thrown away. Okay. So it doesn't seem like it cleaned up a lot of space, but it is way more organized. So hopefully that will help. Okay, I think that's going to do it for right now, and I'm going to go eat my lunch and get back to work. But I feel like I've made some pretty good progress in the last few days. There are a few cabinets that I don't need to touch because, like my bowls and plates, my cups, because I've already whittled those down quite a bit. My storage bowls, we did that together, I believe, a while back. So I've got a cabinet that's got like all of my baking sheets and that sort of thing in it. I've got this cabinet that's got all my big mixing bowls. So I need to go through there and see if there's any that I could get rid of. And then I've got a cabinet over there that's just got some miscellaneous baking and preservation stuff in it. And I think most of that I use like during the holidays or for parties or something like that. But I feel like we've made some good progress. So maybe tonight or later this weekend, we will do some more work on some of these cabinets, and it's a slow progress, but we'll get it done. Okay, so I thought that I had one more cabinet that I wanted to kind of declutter as part of this first video. And I looked through all the ones I have left, and everything else really needs more just reorganization than decluttering. So we're gonna go ahead and end this video here. If I do find something when I start the reorganization piece, then obviously I will go ahead and declutter and remove whatever items that I don't want to keep as I'm doing that process. Make sure you stay tuned for the next video in this series where we're going to reorganize our kitchen cabinets. I'm going to try and make sure that things are in a place where it's a more efficient use of my space. It makes it easier for me to cook and clean and whatever in here. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. It should be coming out shortly. But again, I just want to thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, if you would consider subscribing, I would really appreciate that. Not only does it help me, but then you always know when my next videos have been uploaded and are ready for you to take a look at. And so I will see you guys then on the next video. Thanks.